How's it going? Welcome to our low impact warm-up. Let's kick things off with some nice deep belly breaths. We're going to be putting our hands on our abs so we can really feel the contraction of those muscles as well as the expansion of the lungs as we take our first breath in. Imagine like you were filling a glass with water starting from the bottom up as you breathe in. As you exhale, using your hands, gently push on your stomach, blowing all of the air out as if you are blowing out birthday candles from across the room. Repeat 3 to 5 times. After this last breath, we're going to take our arms, bring them straight out in front of us, and keeping them there, we're going to push our hips back, trying to keep our back as straight as we can, into a hip hinge, almost like a toe touch or Romanian deadlift if you're familiar with that. Keeping our arms out in front of us, we're going to squeeze our glutes, keep our abs nice and tight, and bring our arms all the way up above our head. We are going to repeat this the same amount of times as the breathing, 3 to 5 times. The slower you do this, the more in control of the motion you'll be. However, the more aware of all your tight muscles and the compensations that you're making for those muscles. Excellent. Let's take our arms and bring them straight out in front of us. Then bring them off to the side like we're Jesus on the cross. Then slowly we're going to make little circles with our arms going backwards. Think about squeezing those shoulder blades back together and really trying to open up your chest as you bring those arms back. We're going to do this for about 20 repetitions. Excellent. Let's drop those arms now. We're going to do some shoulder rolls. Keeping our hands planted at our side, we're going to shrug our shoulders up, squeeze them back, drop them down, then push them forward. Again, we're going to do this for about 20 repetitions. Excellent work. Now let's take those arms, bring them straight out in front of us again. Just bring them all the way back behind us, keeping them straight, and then squeeze forward in a motion I like to call a Hulk clap. We're imagining that we are the Hulk, bringing our arms back, and clapping our hands out in front of us, making a huge gust of wind. We should be feeling our shoulder blades and our pecs really activated here, giving ourselves a nice stretch of the shoulders and the biceps as we bring those arms back, and a nice stretch of the shoulder complex as we bring them forward. Repeat for about 20 repetitions. Excellent work. From here, we're going to put our arms straight down on our side, coming down into a Romanian deadlift. Keeping our hands on our knees, we're going to do an elephant walk. We're going to straighten one leg at a time, keeping the opposite hand on that knee, while we're feeling a stretch in the hamstring and glute of the leg that is straightened out. We want to hold that for a short little while, usually a 2 or 3 count, and then relax. We are going to do, again, about 20 repetitions of these. Make sure you're keeping your back nice and straight while you're doing these as well. But now let's go ahead. We're going to stand upright now. We're going to put our hands on our hips. And just like the days of yore, we're going to hula hoop. Keeping the motion nice and slow. We just want to focus on that rotation, keeping our core nice and tight. Thinking about taking that belly button and squeezing it in to try to touch the spine. We don't have to go super far with this motion. We just want to think about kind of stirring a pot of soup with our tailbone. Really just trying to engage those stabilizer muscles. Once we've done about 15 to 20 repetitions going one direction, we are going to do 15 to 20 repetitions going the opposite direction. I usually do these first thing in the morning to really get my hips to loosen up after sleeping for so long. If you do not sleep with a pillow in between your legs, this is a good way to kind of help with those hips get loosened up. Alright, now we're going to take our hands, put them up by our face like we're in a boxing match trying to protect ourselves. Then we're going to take those knees and bring them up to the elbows, one at a time. These are called high knees. As we're doing these, we should really be focusing on, again, activating the core, squeezing that belly button in, and trying to raise the knee up with the abs rather than with the leg. If that's confusing, don't worry. Just do your best to try to bring your knee up to your elbow. As with everything else, we're doing these for 20 repetitions. Once we're finished with that, we're going to put our hands around ourselves, kind of like we're hugging ourselves, but we want our elbows to stay high. Then we're going to do our best to channel Red Foreman and put our foot up our own butt. If you haven't seen that 70s show, that joke doesn't make any sense. But all we're trying to do is, well, kick our butt. Keeping our knees below our hips to the best of our ability, we're just going to bring our heel up and back in a curling motion, trying to kick ourselves on the backside. Repeat for about 20 repetitions. Excellent work. Once we're done with that, we're going to go into the good morning stretch. We're going to bring our arms up, stretch up and back, keeping our arms straight, bring them directly off to the side, lean forward, and then repeat. We're going to do this 3 to 5 times. This is half of the yoga pose, sun salutation. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this has served you well. We will see you next time, but please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And a special thank you to my patrons, where if you would like to join, you can for as little as $5 a month.